Welcome to another one of our podcasts. We're going to be talking about DC this time. We're going to be talking about why they can't get it right in the movies but can do okay on TV. And that's an interesting topic. You guys are going to have to feed me a little bit more on this stuff because I am a Marvel fan and don't know that much about DC. I haven't for a number of years. So give me all the information. Ryan, this is your topic and you can lead us off.
All right. For purposes, that's Larry Fleming. This is Joe. But for purposes of this, I'm not counting the Dark Knight series. I'm talking about since they've tried to recreate themselves and rebrand themselves the way the Marvel Universe has done it. They wanted to have more continuity in the movie, have everybody connect. So, in all fairness, we're starting just with Man of Steel.
Okay.
Okay. Just so.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan did a good job.
So I won't. No, the Christopher Nolan stuff is perfect.
Yeah.
But what I mean by can they get right into TV is, here's the thing. I feel like once Arrow came on and Arrow got hot, and Arrow will be in its 5th season now.
It did start off well.
Yeah, and it's done spin-offs and stuff, and Flash has gotten critical acclaim and everything like that. I feel like the storylines just make more sense. And my problem with DC Comics is they want us to accept so much. Like, prime example, they're going to have this small version of a Justice League because now CW has purchased Superwoman.
Yes.
So now the Supergirl, whatever you want to call her, and now they're gonna have like this mega Fortnite event or whatever this fall, where like the Justice League comes together, a small version of it, because DC's already said that CW cannot use Batman, so that's why Arrow is their version of Batman.
Kind of frustrated they're not bringing Tom Welling back as Superman.
Exactly. Then they're recasting another Superman. You know, CW already had Superman from
I thought he did
Smallville.
a good job. In that
I thought he did too.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It's a good look for it.
That's DC Comics, Julio.
Shots fired.
So they just constantly mess with things. So now they want us to accept this DC, this Justice League on the movie screen and a different one on TV. There's the Green Arrow is going to be different in the movies. We already know that the Flash is already different. Everything like that. To me, it's just no continuity.
It kind of spreads it out. I don't think that does a good job when you spread characters thin, because then it's like, oh, that's the character from that show. That's the one from this movie. Yeah,
exactly.
It kind of makes you confused.
You know what they really ought to think about doing is, since Marvel's doing so well, they ought to figure out how to do a crossover with Marvel and just kind of ride on their coattails until they get some more audience pickup, because
they do it with video games.
They do it with video games, and everybody loves that. So, and that's what I'm familiar with because I play those, and so I like to see them do it in the movies.
You bring up video games. How can they come up with a great storyline in a video game for Injustice? You see Batman vs Superman. I don't know what that was they're doing there. They're just throwing so much stuff together, but they Julio, stop shaking your head.
No. I was talking to my dog. I was talking to my dog. My dog right there was trying to.
Sure he was.
He's trying to play with the cables. So I was like, no, don't play with the cables. No, it wasn't.
And Pancho's the star of the show. I mean, just tell you that.
But I mean, the main problem I have is just continuity and just you want us to accept so much, but it's like, man, this comes a time where can you just be consistent for a year or two? Like, I'll give it to them. They did. To me, I think Ben Affleck was the best part of Batman vs.
He
Superman.
did a good job with his rendition of Batman. Wonder Woman was okay. Gal Gadot, I think she did okay for what she was in the movie. There wasn't too much substance to her, but when the fight scenes came, she did an outstanding job.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about the Superman they cast? I don't know. Well, I don't know his real name. What is his?
Superman Henry Cavill.
Yeah, what do you think about him? You think I think they got it right, but some people tell me they don't like him.
I like his look. His character, the way
we got to see him. We got to see him on screen because we've all grown up with different versions of all these characters, and we all have those in our minds. So the new character's got to really take that lead and take over with that.
I feel like he plays a weak Superman, not very strong, like very conflicted. I think the director was trying to make him human so people could relate. Oh, he's faulty. Oh, he makes poor decisions. He doesn't think before he acts.
But the lesser you make the superhero, the lesser you've got to make the villains.
Yeah.
I want to see good villains, so you got to make the superhero strong. Look at what Marvel's doing.
And I think one point Julio made was that the Marvel bad guys, they're not very threatening. We haven't run into a real great one. Loki was okay, charismatic, but there's not been a real scary threat, scary bad guy. And I think DC's done a little bit better job with that, where there's a competitive bad guy.
I think Ultron actually, scared me.
Yeah.
And sorry, as a Robert Downey Tony Stark fan that we had to bring him back, but you know.
Like Ultron, I guess he was tough to beat because he had a lot of robots, but he seemed like he wasn't tough to beat because they were able to beat the crap out of him, destroy all the robots and stuff. He was a credible threat at the end, but it seemed like all the Avengers put together, there was no match.
Well, it was only one of him and all the Avengers,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
true, too.
superheroes. So, but if it was just one-on-one, he'd have, Stark would have had a hard time one-on-one.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
I think Ultron. I mean, the only problem I had with the Ultron thing was that I'm a huge comic book fan, so I know the real origin of him, and I know that wasn't the way it was they did for the movie. So that's why I felt he wasn't a credible threat, because I was kind of like, well, the way he was really created, and I don't want, well, it's not spoilers, it's like 50 years old now, but I mean,
Yeah.
The original Ant-Man actually created Ultron. So the character that Michael Douglas plays in Ant-Man is the one who originally, Hank Pym originally created Ultron. So I kind of know that Ultron was built to be stronger, and even with all the Avengers together, they still needed, like, I think it was Doctor Strange or something to originally defeat him. Whatever, that's the whole story. But the whole thing is, I did agree with Julio on that, though. I gave him that. I said they haven't been real threats, but
Yeah.
if this 2-part Marvel movie comes out and Thanos is the real deal, because Thanos is a Watcher. The only time they've ever killed a Watcher in the comics is more recently. But I mean, if Thanos dies in like the first 30 minutes of the second movie, then I will take my towel, throw it at Marvel, and say I'm completely DC
What
now.
are
But I
you
don't think they're going to do that though.
No, they've had a good track record of getting it right.
Absolutely.
And yeah, in a movie where you're not showing years worth of comics, you have to cram it all in. You do have to compromise, and I understand some of that.
I think with going back to DC with Doomsday, they really crapped on him. I don't know how long he didn't last very long. I mean, he was fighting 3 superheroes, but it's like they found his weakness real quickly, and then they stabbed him, and Superman flew him up, and he tried to hit him with a nuclear bomb. That didn't work, so they ended up stabbing him with spear, the Krypton spear, and that killed him, right?
Yeah, somebody in Periscope, his name is All Hope is Gone. He said that he agrees with you guys that Marvel is keep doing the same thing over and over, and that DC is darker.
And I like the darker version of Marvel. I mean, of DC, I really do. Like the whole fight scene with Batman and Superman. I love that because that's the Frank Miller version I like.
Yeah.
Technically, I get it. Superman could just with one punch kill him.
Yeah.
But Superman came off to me as cocky. That's why when he said, "If I wanted it, you'd be dead," that's when Batman took advantage of it. You get what I get that. I like that. It's just one of those things where it was just. I've seen the extended version. No, it didn't make it a better movie. I'm sorry. It's a bit longer. Sorry, Julio. So
And then Lex Luthor knows everything about everybody. He's got saved on some USB drive. I'm just like, okay. Now, I mean, obviously Superman's disguise is pretty bad. Obviously, you know it's him, but when the one you grow up with, he doesn't find out who he is. Smallville, he never finds out. He gets close to it, but it's like now he knows your identity, so it's a lot tougher to hide from him.
All Hope is Gone says that the only issue with Batman v Superman is like he wanted to have, and now he wants to have a Batman movie.
That was my issue too. Now I actually can't wait, especially with them saying that Ben Affleck said he's going to add Red Hood in this new one and stuff.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it's really exciting. That's a great storyline if they do that. So I'm actually looking forward to if they actually do it.
I'll tell you what I'm not looking forward to: Suicide Squad. No, it looks. The bad guys look. What they did with the Joker with Jared Leto with his gold teeth, he looks like he's a gangbanger, real gangbanger.
I'm beginning to feel old when I watch what the previews we're seeing on Suicide Squad, because it looks like there's something for the young people. And it's
it does look like it caters to a younger crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks. I'm iffy on that one. I'm still gonna go see it, obviously in theaters, but I feel like it's not gonna do well.
All Hope is Gone. He says, don't underestimate Jade Leto.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
actor.
So got a band too, I think.
And do
3
you,
seconds to Mars.
do you guys, the audience, know that these films are filmed here for the most part in the
What's
in the
those
Atlanta
guys?
in the Atlanta area?
No, I don't think
Not that one.
I think that might have been.
But Marvel basically films entirely here now.
yeah, Pinewood
yeah.
Studios.
So when we talk about Ant-Man and that filmed here,
Oh yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like DC movies are Midwest. Well, the Superman movies, I think, were in
Yeah,
Illinois, Detroit, and then.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
One of them was filmed. I think the first Man of Steel is Detroit and Illinois.
No, I think just Batman
Was it
v
just-
Superman was Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
I think Superman was in Canada.
Canada.
So they just made, so there wasn't a different shooting site for Metropolis and one for Gotham City. It was just
I think
Detroit.
it's the same city. Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
different
Yeah.
parts of it.
But I mean, we're getting so much down here, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see DC come in here as well. We're going to have so much of a base here for them to draw from, for people and places to go, that I think
makes sense.
we're going to see them here. The two places that they're really doing all the filming is here and in Canada. Every place else, there's still work being done in Hollywood. There's still in
You got
New Orleans, but
you got a couple minor projects in New Orleans
Yeah.
too, but they're starting to lose stuff to us because of their, like I said, tax break.
I saw, I did see a comment though. I agree with the villain that they could have used, but they can't use him because whoever owns them, they can't use Doctor Doom. Do you know who
Yeah.
said that comment?
All hope is gone again.
Yeah, that was a great. I would
Yeah.
love that. That's a real threat. Well, they didn't make him like a threat in Marvel
No.
and Fantastic Four, but I mean, he's legitimately a threat though.
Well,
remake was terrible.
Fantastic Four was a mistake the way they did it. So
Yeah, Doctor Doom's a pretty cool bad guy. He's got electricity.
Oh yeah,
flies.
that would be a great superhero, but they'll never use that. That's a
I want to see more of the Silver Surfer.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too.
You know,
I even think the older cheesy one with Chris Evans, that one was better than the one
And,
they
and,
made.
and the words right out of Stan Lee's mouth, the Silver Surfer is the most powerful of all the superheroes that he created. The only one that's stronger is the Hulk, but he has to charge up.
Yeah.
So if the Silver Surfer can get to him before he charges up, he's the most powerful. And that's from Stan Lee. So I like to see more of him.
I wonder if they could use Silver Surfer though, because I mean, I guess
Well, there's rumors that now Fantastic Four is going to do the same thing as Spider-Man.
well, if that's the case, then that's just a wet dream. That's gonna happen. It's fantastic. But I mean, I appreciate the feedback from you guys, and you have one more comment, Julio?
No, well, all hope is gone. He said that it sucks that they cannot use Galactus either.
They kind of,
That's a powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
kind of ruined it in the older ones though. With Galactus was a huge cloud, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. Let's not talk about that.
Well, somebody's asking, what's the storyline for the Spider-Man Homecoming movie?
I can't tell you a thing about
Do
it.
you know?
I had to sign like 5 non-disclosures to be on the show, so I can't tell you anything about it
Just for the new viewers, can you tell us why you can't say anything?
because I'm in it. I can't talk about
He
it.
signed an NDA.
It's giving away secrets, and
Now-
like I said, these non-disclosures
Now,
that you
do
sign,
Do you know the storyline?
I don't know all of it. I know parts of it.
Parts of it.
But you saw Spider-Man at the end of Civil War, and that's what you're going to see again in his own movie.
Yeah.
So Tom's going to be playing the part.
Tom Holland.
Yes, and he did a good job at the end of Civil War. That's exactly what you're going to see here. And in real life, he looks just like you saw in the movie, in his red and blue.
Does the costume looks cool
I was
in
gonna
real
say,
life?
Yes.
You guys like the new costume? I think it looks alright.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of retro.
Yeah.
A little throwback to the cartoon days.
And there's no way they could follow the original Homecoming storyline that's from the comics. They had to. I'm sure this will be as you said, some compromises made for it. So I'm actually interested in looking forward to
Yeah.
what Marvel
The
can do.
scenes that I've seen look really great. They're putting a lot of time and effort into it. So I'm expecting really good. They're still filming right now. I can't be in any more scenes because I'm on camera, so I can't jump around. So I'm done with the movie, but you should see me unless they cut
Everybody-
the whole day out.
Larry's done with the movie. Just want to make the
But I recommend it from what I've seen so far. It'll be, I don't know, it'll be a year anyway before it comes
I
out.
think it's like July next year. It comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, they've been pretty consistent with Marvel movies. Maybe the first Hulk might not have been consistent, but most of the Marvel stuff that they put out, even the Thors, Iron Man 3 and the first Hulk are probably two that we can exclude from that group
Somebody's
consistent.
asking if you guys feel that Homecoming Spider-Man it feels to be more for kids than for adults.
Once again, I don't know this storyline. The original storyline was with him in the black suit and him really taking control of it was more violent. I don't know if it's gonna be that case this time because they have, I believe, Stark's in this one, and
We've got Stark in this one. We have a new, or a villain. Michael Keaton's going to be in this one.
So I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. From what I've read, it's supposed to be a coming of age story. So
I think it's-
Yeah.
it might be.
I think it probably is all around ages. If it's a Marvel movie, there's a lot of Marvel comic.
We're not
fans from all
going to
ages.
start with him getting bit by the spider. We're already
No,
past
we
that.
started
So
past
this
that.
is
Yeah, I I think it probably targets a wider age range.
So I think you should compared to like Ant-Man. I think might be fair. You know,
Yeah.
that's for all ages. No limit on the violence.
If you like Spider-Man, you're going to want to see this one. That's all I can say. And Marvel's continuing.
I'm just hoping they do better than the Andrew Garfield one and the Tobey Maguire one. Top it.
Yep. Well, I think they're doing it. Sony's backing this one now because
That's
they
good.
came in.
That's a good funder.
Yeah, they're doing this, so it's their Spider-Man.
All right. I appreciate the feedback. Thanks for the questions.
Okay, and don't forget, subscribe. When you watch this, you're going to see right there, subscribe. Leave us your comments there too. You're watching on Periscope, we appreciate the comments, but also up on YouTube and on the web series up there. Go up there and subscribe. There will be a giveaway for the subscribers, so
And I
be
guess-
listening for that.
Yeah, and tell us how you feel, how you think Spider-Man Homecoming is going to do.